Once upon a time, there was a legendary samurai, feared and admired across the land for his power and skill. His sword was unmatched, his victories countless. But despite his strength, the samurai felt a deep emptiness inside. He had heard stories of a Zen monk who had attained a profound inner peace, someone who lived in harmony without anger or pride. The samurai decided he must meet this monk to discover the secret of true happiness. After traveling through mountains, forests, and villages, the samurai finally arrived at a humble temple in the mountains. There he found the monk, a small, elderly figure, sitting peacefully in meditation, eyes closed. The samurai strode up to the monk and, in a voice filled with authority, demanded, "Tell me, monk, what is heaven and what is hell?" The monk opened his eyes slowly and looked up at the towering warrior with a calm and almost dismissive gaze. After a pause, he replied, "Why should I answer a brute like you? Look at you, reeking of arrogance, covered in scars, with hands stained by the blood of countless men. You think your strength entitles you to answers, but your heart is as dull as your blade." The samurai was taken aback, disbelief flashing across his face. No one had ever dared to insult him like this. His anger bubbled up, growing with each word the monk spoke, until he could barely contain it. His hand went to his sword, and in one swift motion, he drew it, raising it high above his head to strike the monk down. His rage had completely taken over. In that instant, as the samurai was ready to unleash his fury, the monk spoke again, his voice calm and unwavering. "That, right there, is hell." The samurai froze. In the silence, he began to understand. His anger, his rage, his pride. This was the hell he had created within himself. Lowering his sword, his heart filled with an emotion he hadn't felt in years. The weight of the monk's words sank in, melting away his pride, replacing it with humility. Tears filled the samurai's eyes. He dropped his sword to the ground and fell to his knees, bowing deeply before the monk. His mind was clear, his heart open. The monk gently placed a hand on the warrior's shoulder and with a warm smile said, "And that, my friend, is heaven." The lesson of the story. This story reminds us that heaven and hell aren't places we go. They're emotions and reactions we create inside ourselves. When we hold on to pride and anger, we live in a personal hell, hurting ourselves and others. But when we choose humility and compassion, we experience a kind of heaven even here on earth. Peace isn't something we need to find. It's something we can create within us, just by changing our perspective. If you enjoyed this story and found its message inspiring, don't forget to subscribe. Join us for more powerful stories and insights that bring a little more peace to your day. Hit subscribe and let's keep learning together.